Hail Mary and God bless. I made, earlier this evening, around 3 o'clock in the morning, I posted an ASMR, or maybe it's AMSR, I don't know. I posted a whispering version of this, but I also thought it would be best to post a normal voice where I can enunciate certain words and put a little more emotion into the reading. So 10 years ago today, my godfather, grandfather, and confirmation sponsor, my dad's dad, passed away around 3 o'clock this morning 10 years ago. And so with that said, around the same hour when my mom called me and told me he passed away in the middle of the night, she called me right after it happened. I then went to a box that I had been keeping for almost 10 years and kept it, actually over 10 years, and kept it safe. And the letters were sealed. He promised to write me 6 letters that described his private revelation and visions of the Blessed Mother, Jesus, other saints and prophets, and so much more. And I did some interviews. I did a lot of interviews. I got a lot of information from description to all this stuff, to hand positions and where they're sitting and where they're standing, all this stuff. And it's contained in the Blessed Mother documents. But there are 6 Mary letters that he wrote over the course of some years that I could open after his passing. And today, on the 10th anniversary of my grandfather's passing, I would like to share with you the first letter he wrote me. This first letter was written on June 20th of 2002, so that means this letter was over 10 years old by the time he passed away. I will never understand why I have visions and visits of the Blessed Mother. Most of everything that happened was just between us and not to be told, and most of that vanished from my memory. But the thing I mostly remembered is her asking me to pray for others. She told me I was ready to join the church and where to find the person to invite me in the church. I tried to follow those directions and continue to hope I did right. While sitting opposite of me in our kitchen, she told me that I would become active in ministry to others, and I would have limited healing ability over others, and most people would listen to me and believe. Although I couldn't understand why it was me, she also told me that I would know immediately whether or not my message was believed, and when they did not believe, to change the subject. When I saw her in the living room, it was to direct me to tell someone that their message was heard and to tell them what the results would be. That was always very hard for me to do, but she is a powerful persuader. I believe I fulfilled all her wishes in praying and helping others. When it was my time to be quiet, I became quiet. Again, her message was to pray for the world and for others around me. So that was the first letter that I opened within the first hour of his passing. And throughout that same day, I opened more every hour. I let my dad open one, I let my mom open one, and then I opened the last one. The last letter is my favorite letter. And basically they were written at different periods of time. And with that said, I will share throughout the week, throughout this Christ the King weekend, or whole week, I will share the 6 Mary letters, and ending up on the eve of Advent, I will share the whole Blessed Mother documents, or at least that's what I plan. I plan on first sharing each letter one at a time, once a day, to be posted at 3 o'clock in the morning in honor of my grandfather's passing, and then the 7th day, Saturday, I will post the whole interview and other information that I got outside of the letters. So again, these are just personal, family, private revelations. If there was a devotion to be had from this revelation, it would be that of Our Lady of the Rosary of Fatima, because that's where the vision started. So Our Lady of Fatima has had a very strong and direct contact with my family throughout the years. Not only is that where my grandfather had the revelation, but my grandmother was born a day before the feast of Our Lady of Fatima, and she passed away a day before the Nativity of our Lord, Christmas. So she came in with Mary and she exited with Jesus, and that was the spouse of my grandfather who had the visions. So there are many connections with Our Lady of Fatima, and our family, and the strongest reason is because of this private revelation my grandfather had. And I wish to share with you more of them in the coming week. Hail Mary.